Introduce yourself.
Christian Ozbek, and I'm here from London, originally from Greece.
Okay,
Yeah,
right on. How was your experience here?
it was good. Had a long day. I did the absolutes in the morning, and thanks to whoever fucking organized it, I just kept having more and more like ultra heavyweights. So I weighed in like 82.
Okay.
And then first 4 fights had in the absolutes. I think the lightest guy I had was 100. I think the heaviest guy I had was like 142.
Okay.
Who was pretty much on the verge of like a cholesterol-induced death.
Wow.
But yeah, so I had him first and eventually lost to someone that Big Dan took out, I think 4 fights deep. And then, yeah, Big Dan armbarred him in the next fight after, so I was pretty much about to fight Big Dan.
Just hold the mic.
So yeah, it was good fun. And then in my division, I had quite a tough actually first fight, quite a seasoned competitor, got past him. And then I think another fight after that, I then faced a guy called Maxime Cote, who later I found out was former
junior judo champ, I think.
Yeah, I think also seniors as well, done quite well, wrestled as well for Canada. We had a good wrestling exchange in the start. He went for a sasai. I countered with a kind of ankle pick, knee tap. We scrambled. I probably should have looked stand up. Anyway, he ended up in side control where he stayed for the rest of the fight and lost on that via side control.
Okay.
Yeah, again, my mistake, stuff to work on for sure. And he, congrats to him. He went on to win the division. So fair play to Maxime. I would love to be able to run it back, just do like a no time limit sub only. That'd be fine.
For sure. Which gym do you train out of in London?
So I train out of London Shoot Fighters in London.
Okay, wow.
Which is quite a good MMA
Is that
gym.
the shoot fight?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So we got a lot of guys there.
Okay.
And then also like I've got a really good training partner in Owen O'Flanagan who won European trials. So me and him go to like Hodges in the morning because we basically live down the road from it. So we'll train there, and then in the evenings, like, kind of do our own thing. Like, he's running his academy, Submission Grappling Club. And then I usually, head there or head to Shoot, London Shoot Fighters,
right,
where I'll train there. A lot of really good guys down there as well. And a really good coach behind that whole thing. Like, exceptional MMA team.
What's the scene like for submission wrestling in no-gi in London, England?
In whereabouts?
In the UK.
In the UK, I think everyone across Europe is wildly underrated. I think people definitely deserve to get invites to ADCC. I think there's a huge kind of leaning towards getting athletes in from America because obviously they've got, exceptional athletes, but also quite strong kind of online following and stuff like that. Whereas you look at Europe, let's say I truly believe Europe 77 is the hardest trials to win. You've got guys like Shasinski, Langacker, Ellis Younger, talented guys as well from where Dan is, like Davis as well. So there's like 10, 11 guys. And I think all of them have a shot at winning trials. So it's a shame that only 2 get to go through.
Right.
Yeah, I think it's definitely on a really good trajectory, especially if you look at like how well Owen's done on a world level, like ending Mason Fowler's 27 fight win streak. Got past Shanji Ribeiro, and I think he was a 10-1 underdog. I tried to bet wherever I could right before that fight. I actually opened up a US betting account to try and bet via Bitcoin because I was like, there's no chance like Owen's losing this. So I think there's a lot of really unknown grapplers around Europe who don't get the praise they deserve, who are actually very, very good, very technical.
How are you going to promote them? Or is there some sort of communication ecosystem?
We've got great shows across like Europe, like Polaris and Grapplefest and stuff.
Right.
So that's one way of doing it. But yeah, I mean, if we could get, let's say, more of these Fight Pass events out in Europe, you'd see a huge turnout. Like the amount of athletes coming out of UK and Poland is wild.
For sure.
They need more repping.
For sure. I mean, judo alone in the UK is pretty solid, and as well as mixed martial arts and so on. Last question for you. What are your thoughts of his first time in Canada, maybe? Yeah. What's your overall opinion of Canada?
First time in Canada, yeah.
First time, eh?
Yeah, everyone's been super good, and also the athletes coming in from across the US and also Canada have done really well. And you saw loads of upsets today, so it just shows you like what the level's like.